guys, welcome to my today's tutorial. We are going to look at matrices today, and specifically order of matrices, and as we progress we shall look at scalar multiplication of matrices. Matrix is any rectangular arrangement of numbers and they are enclosed by large curved brackets. If you consider, maybe we can have A, B, C, D, E, and F, and the one they are enclosed by large curved brackets, and in this case we call it matrix. So matrix is not anything new, it's just numbers that are enclosed by big curved brackets. Now if you look at this form of a matrix, these are what we are calling brackets, and the numbers that are inside are called elements. All these numbers are called elements. So in a matrix we have rows and columns. So these are rows, and the ones that are vertical are called columns. So rows are vertical and columns are, I beg your pardon, rows are horizontal and columns are vertical. So basically that is what matrices entails. So therefore in this case, this matrix has 3 rows and 2 columns. Now generally, if a matrix has m rows and has n columns, then we say that matrix is of order. Then we say that matrix is under m by n. Now consider this matrix A and try to understand the positioning of this element. I'm assuming this matrix now, all the elements are equal and the same. Now this element is in the first row and first column. This element is also in the first row but in the second column. This other element is now in the second row because this was the first row, second row, and this is third row. This is the first column and the second column. Now looking at it, this element is in the second row and first column. This other element is still in the second row but in the second column. This other one is in the third row and the first column. And also this other element is still in the third row but in the second column. So basically that is how we know the positioning of the element. We start with rows, then followed by columns. And a simple way of remembering that is by remembering the Romans for rows and Romans Catholic for columns. Basically everything is about rows and column. And guys, that is all about order of matrices. So let us now look at scalar multiplication of matrices. Now if A is this matrix, and I can see it is of order 1, 2, it has 1, 2 rows and 1, 2 columns. So it's a square matrix because the number of rows and the number of columns are equal. Now that is not what we are looking at now. We are concerned with scalar multiplication. Now given this matrix, then what is 5A? Now in this case 5 is our scalar, and this A is our matrix. So that is why we are looking at scalar multiplication. In this scenario, when we are doing scalar multiplication of matrices, we mean that all the elements in the matrix should be multiplied by the scalar. What do we mean? So this means that all the elements in this matrix should be multiplied by this scalar, which is now in this case 5. So 5a will be, so 5 we multiply by 1, we shall have 5 times 1, then we have 5 times 2, then we have 5 times 3, then we have 5 times 4. Generally, if we have matrix A, which is A, B, C, D, E, F, A, B, C, D, E, F, multiplied by a scalar K, then we shall have KB, KE, and finally KF. That is how we do scalar multiplication in matrices. So I want to wrap it up at this point. Stay tuned for the next tutorial.